Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're going to get a special sneak peek at Regal Robot's latest addition to their archive collection. And this is another one of those just kind of background characters that you see in Jabba's palace. And it's none other than Ishi Tib, who you kind of see him in the background. He's actually green in the movie. The maquette's obviously not green, but we'll talk about the history of it in a little bit. But yeah, just another deep cut. And I love that Regal Robot's been making these kind of just obscure characters that, you know, this one, there wasn't even a Kenner figure. So they're going to release two editions. It's going to be a legacy edition and a signature edition. So we'll talk about the pricing and all that. So let's go take a look at it. All right, so here it is, the Regal Robot Ishi Tib Concept Maquette replica, and it's their latest addition to their archive collection, which is honestly one of my favorite collections, especially these little maquettes. Once you put them all together, they just look so cool. It's just a very from Star Wars to Jedi vibes. I don't know, it just throws me back. And of course, just like all the other pieces, Regal Robot went into the Lucasfilm archives and digitally scanned the original maquette that's in the archives. And this one specifically was made by Chris Wallace, who also made Rees. So, which is kind of cool because as you can see in a little bit, they're actually in a lot of scenes together, which is kind of cool because, you know, obviously it's the same sculptor. But yeah, I love the fact that Regal Robot's kind of going into these kind of obscure characters, right? Because like I mentioned before, they didn't even make a Kenner figure out of this one. So it is one of those ones that it was just kind of more, I think he was more famous because he's clearly right behind Luke when he's right before he's about to fall into the Rancor pit. So there's a lot of promo pictures and a lot of, you know, famous images with Ishi Tib on, you know, in the background. And this one is a legacy edition and it's going to be limited to 83, and it's going to come with this cool custom artwork from Chris Wallace. And I just love these little, you know, pieces of artwork. I love just to see how, you know, how different styles and all the different ILMers just do their artwork in different ways, of course, right? So it's kind of cool to have a little piece of their, their artwork. So this one is very cool. It's it's kind of a flesh tone. It does have a lot of washes on it and a lot of paint on it, even though with a lot of these that are kind of simple, you can't really tell. Almost like Rees. Rees is another one that, you know, from afar, he looks like he'd be kind of just like one or two colors, but there's so many washes and so many different colors kind of mixed in there. And I just love the fact that Chris Wallace really just focuses on the texture and the skin texture, right? It just makes it look so realistic. And I don't know, there's just something about his style that makes it really look like an alien, right out of, you know, out of space. But yeah, no, it's a really cool maquette. It's a little bit smaller than Rees, but it definitely is a really cool companion piece because, again, it's the same sculptor. So I wanted to put them side by side here so you can see, and because you could actually see them in the film together multiple times, which is kind of almost like endearing, right? That it's the same sculptor that created both of them, and they're kind of just like best friends in Return of the Jedi, which we'll see in a second here. But let's look into our handy dandy archives book here, and there's the maquette, as you can see. And the cool thing about this book is that it actually also has the full mask, which you can see kind of the transition, right? How, you know, the concept was flesh color, like pink, and then in the film, like you see here, he's actually green. And like I said, he's in it quite a bit. Like you see him right there jumping up and down, and you see him there, and he's kind of one of the more animated characters from these scenes, which is, again, very kind of endearing, right? Like you can see him there in the background, and like right here, look at how he's kind of dancing his way out, which is really interesting to see, right? He really got the right there. He's unfortunately in the sail barge, so we kind of know what happened to him there, right? I'm sure he perished in the desert there. But anyways, Yeah, this is a really cool piece. Regal Robot, like I said, is releasing both a Legacy Edition and a Signature Edition. The Legacy is going to be $6.99, and it's going to be limited to 83 pieces. And each one's going to have, a different custom piece of artwork by Chris Wallace. And then again, there is going to be a Signature Edition that's going to be $3.99, and I believe that one's going to be 100 pieces. And like I said, it's just looks so cool when you put them all together. I had to put them with the Rancor puppet just because of the scale. And as you can see, once you start, getting these Legacy editions, they also display really cool together. So I just love seeing them, in a group. And I didn't put all the maquettes out because I wanted to just keep it just, Return of the Jedi, Jabba's Palace. And again, it's just a really cool addition to this line. And they are available on Tuesday, October 29th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on regalrobot.com. Both editions will be available there. And, the Legacy editions tend to sell out pretty quick. So make sure you set your calendar, set your alarms so you don't miss out on this cool little piece of Star Wars history. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review and this close-up look at the latest Regal Robot Maquette. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, go join Regal Robot's Facebook group, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.